morning, y'all. So, Kiwi and I are just going to come out here to the park and have a quick discussion. But it's roughly 7:20 in the morning, and it's pretty brisk because, well, it's a Saturday morning and I've been up since 5. Already had my coffee and cereal. And we've been thinking for a good long while about what types of habits and changes I can make to feel more productive and healthy. So, you know that old saying, early to bed, early to rise, the thing that no one really takes into account or serious any longer. That's what we want to do. So it seems daunting, and it is daunting, but it's also one of those things that I know from being doing meditations, where if I'm doing a meditation at night versus doing a meditation in the morning, the feeling of starting my day on that note, very different than ending my day on that note. So I think that's kind of the biggest reason why I want to start doing it. Give me more time of preparation in the morning to right my body and prepare for work, and then also just probably take better care of Kiwi, giving her time outside. We're not going to have too much time in this fall before winter, and so just kind of getting into a better regimen. Kiwi, what are you doing? But yeah, the biggest thing and reason that I think it's better to wake up in the morning earlier and go to bed earlier isn't just because of that ridiculous old saying, but also just because in the morning, getting yourself more in a better place physically and righting your body before you're just thrown into the mess of going to work. And it becomes really difficult to wake up 20 minutes later, be lifting 66-pound bags. Just the strain and the stress it's unnecessary. Regardless, we wanted to get kind of a little bit more of the sunrise, feel the dew. Sprinklers have been on obviously out here. It's really nice. But Kiwi's gonna have a better day, I know, from being able to get out here a lot earlier as well. So let's check it out. We wanted to get out here a little bit earlier so that we can maybe time lapse this sunrise. The big deal here on topic today is early to bed, early to rise. How practical is that? Nonetheless, I live in a pretty small town in Idaho. It's separate from a little bit larger town. Demographics in this community is less than 6,000 people. There's only one high school. Really not that much going on, but there are some advantages of living in a small town in Idaho that I've noticed. And just getting myself better ready in the morning can make this situation even better, really. But I've been here for a year and a half, and I've lived in Sacramento, lived in Denver, lived in Salt Lake area, lived in Albuquerque, Phoenix, and very, very few and far and in between have I lived in a community as small as this. But my experience is that when you're kind of still working for the man with a regular job, when you live in a bigger city, you're still competing with the city slickers and the people that are actually making the big bucks and or have a family. Well, I'm 35 currently, not married, no kids. So trying to compete with a family oriented lifestyle, financially, it doesn't work. It's harder to save money, it's harder to make money. In my experience, working in this smaller town has allowed me a lot lower cost of living. I spend $500 on rent. My utilities are about 125 to 200 depending on the season. And of course, otherwise I have like my insurance, phone, and internet, which basically add up to close to like $200. But I've been able to get by, like right now this month, at $820 a month in total bills. And when I'm in a bigger city, just to have maybe even just a little bit more space, but still apartment living, that's $1,000 a month in rent for the same amount of space that I have right now. And then the provocation of living in the city is also, as it may not seem or abundantly clear to you, but having that many options for food or fast food or grocery or malls and movies and everything else that comes into the American Western life to blend in and partake in the same things that everybody else is, when they're so prevalent right in your face, you tend to spend more money. And when I don't, and when I haven't over the course of this last year and a half, I've been able to save up even at a certain point more than I was working for myself and making the best money of my life. Of course, I've also cut out alcohol, I've cut out cigarettes. So in the matter of the last year and a half living here, it's allowed me more abundance and opportunity to actually put together some of this equipment, get some of the things that I've wanted to do for a really long time, and start really proactively putting myself in a position to be who I want to be and go where I want to go in the future as those things align. When the majority of people in this town even still aren't realizing these types of things, they're not taking advantage of these types of things, and they're waking up with hangovers. So, but I'm a transplant and I've been very nomadic as an adult, especially since about 2009. So I'd love to show you guys a little bit more, and we can get into that in a bit. But for now, chat at you at a new spot. Come here. Run it out. Run it out. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Woo. Good morning, Rupert. Kiwi. Yep. I think I left her leash over there though. That's no good. Good girl. Yep. Well, that's the morning for you. So anyway, I hope you guys didn't get too drunk on a Friday night. I hope you enjoy what Saturday has to bring, and if there's anything more important than maintaining some of those old principles and old ideas like early to bed and early to rise, what better day to practice it than on a Friday night and a Saturday morning. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace. I think the gimbal just stopped, so it might be out of battery already. Wonderful.